I am resident of the Colin for YouTube. Joel Slanes, that is Vickie Ray, that is Tom Diamond. We are here to continue our review of the time tunnel Raiders from Space.
The guys
And
with the
and
big green asses on their head.
that's right. This is the Lost Silent Hill episode. Actually, no, it's not, but it feels like that way. The symbolism is all there. Uh, but the plot is a bit crazy. I do love the makeup with
I do
the
like the well, the
costume.
guys. Wait, did that not like Star Wars to you there for a second? The guy wasn't
It
that like the cantina like kind of guy
Yeah, I bet. Yeah,
with the things? Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
those guys were doable until they got to the guys with the big green asses on their heads.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that.
Yeah.
I think actually one of the people that worked on Star Wars later on got his start in the time tunnel.
I wouldn't
Uh,
doubt it. I wouldn't doubt this was the episode, I bet, because though that one directly looks like one of the I mean it does. As soon as I saw the first aliens with the guns, the sand people kind of like
Yeah.
that was like
uh-huh.
Star Wars. As soon as I saw the eyes, like God, they look like Star Wars. And I was like, what is Star Wars not into the time tunnel in 77 or what or 78? But I don't know. I thought it was kind of interesting. I don't know how they got aliens in Khartoum of Sudan in 1883, but
Which
they
is
did.
ridiculous. I thought the whole episode was ridiculous,
We kind
quite
of thought you
frankly.
would think so.
Yeah,
I was just
oh, it
like,
was.
Tom's going to be all over this one. I just know it.
Oh, I mean,
There's a group of humanoid aliens disguised as humans. That was my favorite part. They are
from the
Yeah.
advanced
planet
invaders from
Aristus,
outer space, secretly operating on Earth
from the planet
and their
Aristus.
test missile technology.
Why pick 1883 to
Because
take
it was a
over?
major historical conflict and they had to have a full scale invasion of Earth during a historical conflict. That way they wouldn't be noticed as much.
Khartoum
Like
took a
no one would
year.
notice those gizmos they had on their head.
Khartoum took a year. It was not just a particular day that they landed on. Khartoum under General Gordon,
For the
and
modest war.
yeah, he wanted, he wanted to get rid of them. Britain didn't, and so he fought them. So they fought each other. And in the meantime, a year goes by. I just didn't see it. I thought this was that's me, but I thought this was the worst of the time tunnel episodes.
It's pretty
Uh,
rough, I have to admit. They are running out of ideas. I know that when you get towards
yeah,
the end of any season, you kind of lose a little steam, sort of like an eighth season Game of Thrones, the last three episodes. It's like we're all still pissed about that, but we survived it. But this was different though. I mean, it was kind of entertaining though, if you want to look at it. But have you noticed that the aliens in the last few times we meet aliens can disrupt the time tunnel? They can do their own thing.
right,
But
right.
then the time tunnel has all this power that it never had in the beginning of the series. Now, why aren't Doug and Tony home after they got all this huge power surge? They've had a million opportunities to bring them home, but yet they just can't seem to bring them home. And
Well, I think
this episode just reinforces they can influence historical events, but they never can change history, or at least they
well,
think they can.
well, I think the rumor at this point was that it was going to go to a second season, and so that this was just a drop in the bucket, and they were going to do other bigger and better things. But and then of course it didn't turn out that way. But it just it just didn't. And my apologies, I made a mistake last week. I thought this was the Rudyard Kipling episode, and it isn't. It's just a
Oh, okay.
British
Well,
sergeant.
they did use stock footage from Khartoum
They
1966 and
did. They
Jazz
did.
1939 and
They,
66, but I didn't know that one was in color. The 39 one in color. I
hmm
guess it was.
hmm
And they
It
used
was.
stock footage of Victoria era infantry charges reused. They just constantly just go through the 20th century box vault. It just take stuff out constantly. But they did redress a lot of the standing sci-fi sets from Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea too. They did.
I didn't know that, but that doesn't surprise me.
But the
Uh,
alien antagonists reflect Cold War fears of hidden invaders and missile escalation. So at least they got that point across. You can tell it's still Cold War stuff because they know how to scare people because it's missiles. Everybody was scared of communists and missiles, back then. So
uh,
I mean, they definitely can blend historical war drama with sci-fi. They did make it one of their more genre mixed entries as far as an episode. I mean, they mixed up a lot of stuff. I mean, this was just a hodgepodge of all kinds of crap they threw together. I don't even think they knew what the hell they were doing. They did
I
this
don't
one.
think so
They're
either.
like, oh, we'll put some aliens over there and we'll do some bow guest over here. I don't know, Jewel. What do you think?
Um,
He
I think
loved
they,
it.
I think they should have took this episode and flushed it out on the airlock somewhere. They really should have. It's not good. I felt Tony and Doug are kind of pointless at the beginning of this.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah, what is the story with that? Because really,
I give the actors credit because they didn't break character. Like
no, they
that's
didn't.
I
No.
give them a lot of credit for that.
Well, they
Because
did good they were good for what they were given. But I
yeah,
mean, do you think they just kind of run out of steam at the end? I mean, was he running out of
here,
steam?
yeah, this is poor filler here. This is
Because I get Hazard scared to see the last episode.
This is the next to the last episode.
Now there's one
So,
more.
yeah.
there's yeah. But
Am I gonna laugh at that one too, Joel?
And the last
I haven't
episode is
see.
even
I
worse.
watched these as is. So I haven't watched that one yet.
I haven't watched it either.
But I will get again. I give Tony and Doug, the actors who played, credit for not breaking character because that couldn't have been easy. They made the most of the material they're given
They
here.
had to have laughed
Hmm.
at those. They
Hmm.
had
They
to have
did.
laughed at those get-ups. There has to be footage somewhere. I'm gonna find it. There has to be blooper
The
footage
one thing,
somewhere.
the one thing I liked here is the actual alien set design. That I liked for the most
Yeah,
part.
they did
Okay.
do good with that.
Yeah, I did like. It seemed very. It was very imaginative. It's like okay, I don't mind the set design, but can you pick a different plot, just a little bit different episode or something?
Well, you could tell they cannibalized some of their other sets,
Yeah,
and then they uncovered alien missile installation hidden near the battlefield. I mean, it had it all. And Doug briefly coordinates with the present day team while Tony confronts the aliens in 1883. I mean, it was a shit show. It really was. I mean, you got the aliens. They then abandoned their operation and vanished completely from the timeline. It's just like what happened, but the history remained intact. Khartoum does fall. General Gordon does actually die, and they are pulled back into the time tunnel, as usual. But
hmm
I don't know, man. This was a weird episode. Yeah, I mean, it was kind. I watched it twice because I was trying to find something about it that I could say was worth. Like, but except that they had to have
I
laughed.
give you a
They
lot of
had
credit
to
for
have laughed.
trying that because it's very hard to find anything redeeming
I
about
was
the.
just waiting for like banthas and stuff to show up at any given moment. At this point, it's Sand Raiders or something, because that's what it reminded me of for a second. There it was like
yeah,
Star Wars Sand People in the beginning,
yeah.
almost.
I bet. And Star Wars is what? How many years away?
Yeah. Well, let's see. What's the 67? What, 10, 11 years away?
Yeah, give or
God,
take.
when you put it in that, it just seems wow. The concept of time. But no, I mean, I'm not going to totally crap all over it. I'd give it a 6 just for effort.
Yeah,
I give it a 4, only because uh, Jewel mentioned that they didn't break character, and I hadn't thought of
yeah.
that.
I
And
just
you got to
got
give them
there
some
has to
credit
be.
for
I'm
that.
gonna find there. I know there's bloopers to this somewhere. They're probably on YouTube. Bloopers to the time tunnel. There has to be because these are just.
Yeah,
I mean, there's just no way they did all this with a straight face. There's just no way. There's just no way. I couldn't have.
No,
As a serious, seasoned actor, there's just no way. Absolutely not.
Mm,
I
yeah.
would have cracked out throughout the whole thing. But I
But
mean,
the,
they did do. I mean, as far as sets though, I mean, he always does pay attention to detail. I'll
Yeah,
give
he
him that.
does.
You know, I mean, it wasn't too bad. But I mean, those aliens though. What were the guys with the big green brains? I mean, I think that's what they were. They were just how could
cauliflower.
they?
Probably.
How could they have? And I know the one guy played. He played in Jericho. I mean, they've recycled that guy so many times in this throughout the whole season. You know,
Yeah.
they just totally. At first,
You
he
had a
was
brain like cauliflower, like they had Zachary back in New York, back in the back in the 60s, and he was a monster movie TV host.
was
If
he?
any, yeah, he was Zachary, John Zachary, and he would say, "Oh, I'm going to eat my wife's brain now."
Oh! I think I know who you're talking. Why can't I remember that?
Yes, yes, yes. I'm going to get my wife now. She's still in the crypt. I'm going to wake her up. And it looked to me like that cauliflower. It looked to me like that brain the guy had was his wife's, was Zachary's wife's.
Kind of reminded
So
me of Star Trek a little bit too. I mean, the big.
Mhm.
I mean, do you think that would they have? Well, aliens are aliens, I guess.
Yeah.
probably not one of the better episodes, I would think.
No, it really
Uh,
wasn't one of the better episodes, but he's done good up until this point. So I mean, it's the '60s too, and the '60s. I mean, it's just the way the '60s were. Even there's a lot of Batman episodes that are just like, you know, I mean, it was just psychedelic '60s. I didn't hate it completely. I thought it was kind of entertaining at least. I mean, I wasn't expecting the guys with the big heads and stuff though. I mean, that was just, and then they disappear. It wasn't a tight episode,
Yeah.
but we
Tight,
had
if
Yeah.
it were
joints
any
from
looser, it would have
Tony and
fallen
Doug.
down the sink, like Jewel was saying. It was it was an awful episode. It really was.
Yeah.
And the last one, which we're going to do next week, wasn't too much better, but at
It's
least
got to be a vast improvement.
it had one of your Land of the Giants people in it,
Yeah,
Heather, or whatever her name
yeah,
is.
yeah. I
And
loved that show. I don't know why they didn't do more on that one too. I mean, he just gave up. It's like, of course, TV production is expensive. What did they expect? It's just like, oh, we're gonna give up. TV production too expensive. And it's like it was a hit. People loved it. A lot of the older people that I talked to, people are older than me, remember it better, saying they would have loved a second season. At least Land of the Giants, they've got a couple seasons out of that.
yeah,
So
was there anything redeeming aside from Jewel mentioned he liked the scene, the scenic design. Is there
Mhm.
anything else that was redeeming to this episode that anybody can think of?
just the big ass heads, the big green ass heads. I don't know. Well, I think that he tried. I think he did good with the sets. I mean, the sets were great. They had recycled a lot of effective shots earlier. They did actually redo shots from earlier time tunnels and earlier voyage to the bottom of the sea. I mean, he tried to blend historical war drama with straight sci-fi. I mean, he tried. I mean, he made it. That's why it's so genre mixed. That's why I think that the alien antagonists reflected the Cold War. I guess we just thought of them as big communists with big green heads. I give it.
Absolutely.
I'm going to stick with my 6.
Yeah.
I'm sticking with my 4. What about you, Jewel?
I'll meet somewhere in the middle or go 5. I
Just with the
Yeah,
big
do.
green ass heads.
Yes, yes. Also, yeah, that's again, the set designs are good. The ship design, whatever they're going for, that looked good. I give every actor in this episode a lot of credit because
They needed a lot of credit
they
because that was
deserve
probably
it.
hard to pull off with a straight face.
Yeah. Especially when you see those aliens, it's like, how do you not crack? Like,
I could not stop laughing when I saw that. There's no way they did that with a straight face. They had to have. I'm going to find bloopers somewhere. They exist. I know they
Oh
do.
my gosh. Oh my gosh. Guys, after the last episode, I have a perfect movie for us. It's not about time travel, though. It's
I'm
called
game.
Night of the Hunter.
I love Night of the Hunter. It's one of my favorite movies. Yes, yes, yes. Robert
I have
Mitchum
it
is a
on.
total
I have
douche
the
canoe.
I have the Criterion collection. So
Oh, you're one of those, are you?
yeah, listen. I'm a DVD collector. I'm a
Oh, I
physical.
know. You and Joe would get along great, man. He believes in having all of his physical media because it disappears. And that's why he swears by it. And he's right.
I literally just got War of the Worlds for Christmas, the original. So I'm
The
excited.
original,
Mm-hmm.
like the
My
original.
wife got it for me for Christmas. She got me the James Bond collection. I was happy as a kitten. Uh,
Oh, wow. That's a nice present.
That's great.
so shout out to my wife. But yeah, yeah.
Night of the
Th-
Hunter is a good movie. That he's so evil in that.
yes,
Absolutely
he
evil in
is.
that.
He's evil in Cape Fear too.
Yes, he is. I don't know if he was as good. I'm trying to figure. I think he was better than the Robert De Niro version.
Yeah,
I do.
it's different.
It's
He does make
different. Robert De Niro brings his own brand of evil
yeah.
to Cape Fear.
Robert Mitchum makes a cameo, makes an appearance in the remake though. So
I
there
don't
is that.
recall that. Did he?
Yeah, he made an appearance.
Well, it's been some time since I've watched either, but they're both good. Yeah, Night of the Hunter. I'm down for that. I love that movie.
Yeah. Is there anything you guys want to add about this episode before we go?
Nope, we're all cool.
Okay.
The only thing is, and I guess we'll discuss that next week, is whether we want to do the remake of the remake attempt in 2004, The Time Tunnel, which is on YouTube, and
We'll
I
do
still
it.
have yet to watch it. I haven't
We'll
watched
do
it
it. We'll do it. I'm down
but
for it.
we'll do it.
We'll do
We'll
it.
do it.
How many
After night of,
episodes are there? Couple? There's like
What's
a couple
that?
episodes, right? There isn't a, they didn't never finished it, right?
It just it just
2000s.
won the
Oh, they only did
uh,
a pilot.
they only did the pilot. They only did the pilot, and it
yeah.
wasn't sold. But it was pretty interesting in
I'll check it
that it
out.
Yeah.
what?
I'll check it out
Yeah,
after.
it was pretty interesting in that they changed a couple of characters around, and I won't go into the maybe I'll go into it more next week, but I
Cool.
thought that it was uh, I thought that had it worked, it might have been. I think though that it wasn't the scenic design wasn't as pretty as the original time tunnel, and it was more robotic kind of thing. But you'll make that decision for
I'll check
yourself.
it out. I shall
Yeah.
check it out.
Yeah.
Sounds
Link
good.
to the Literary License podcast will be in the description box for you guys. You can get Tom Hotz and Vickie Ray on Facebook. Send them a message. They're very nice folks. You guys
Nice
enjoy the rest.
people.
Yep. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, guys.
Hi, guys.
Gals.
Y'all
Have a
stay safe. Stay
have,
warm.
Take care of yourself. Be well. Stay warm.
have a
Talk
good
to you
one.
Bye,
soon.
everybody.
Talk to you soon.